Yeah. So if you might help me out, are you guys having an event today?
No, this is COVID testing.
COVID testing is really busy. My son, he's 13 years old. His name is Chevy Lloyd. We have been getting harassed. We've been repeatedly burglarized at our apartment. The management company's aware. They stole a phone. They've been like spoofing or hacking it, crowd stalking us. So when I go places, people harass us. They say things directed at us to try to make us freak out. They've drugged us or poisoned us. Something was introduced through the air in our building, and I made management aware. I filed reports locally or tried to. They closed the police station and wouldn't take a report a couple times when we went. Other times they like made fun of me or wouldn't take a report. They've been rerouting trains and buses. So some of the buses in Big Bear, in Los Angeles, the train, Las Vegas, stuff was getting rerouted. They were putting something through the like vents. There's pylons in Las Vegas where we were walking, but concerns about air quality on the buses and trains and rerouted buses and trains, and then my son being illegally removed. So they're trying to frame me as being like mentally ill, or there's false sex abuse allegations. So myself. So somebody impersonating a DCSF worker came to our door about a month or two after we had complained about something being introduced into the air and ongoing burglaries, hacking, and spoofing. So it's hard to get the whole, it's been a lot, been an ordeal. But we've traveled different places looking for a safe place to stay. We were burglarized when we stayed in hotels. My medication. I was just concerned because of the crowd stalking that it would be more dangerous. We did go and stay in Hollywood, but something was put out the window. We were stalked. Somebody showed up in a Mustang, and we were being poisoned, I think, like out the window of the apartment when we slept out in front of it. My son's birth mother's Antoinette Ariano.
She's what?
Antoinette is her name, Tony. Oh. But she was attacked by someone, I heard, by her mother, who's Susanna Ariano. I guess she lost an eye. His older half-brother, no, we haven't been in contact for 13 years or more. 14 years. I don't know, they won't let me talk to him. So I don't know where he is. Somebody was saying that there was paranoia. They were saying that I was drugging my son, which is a false allegation. I'd already brought him to the doctor.
Have you tried to get a lawyer maybe fight for your rights?
There's nobody who'll help. Like, my calls have been blocked, spoofed. People are refusing to make calls. I've requested to speak with the FBI, Homeland Security, Department of Justice. Yeah.
You had like a long process, right? But like.
Yeah, them trying to hurt us and frame us. They've been following me and like leaving things everywhere we go. They've left clothing, stolen clothing. I think they used doe and heat or something for hunting dogs, something that smells, put it on my son. They dumped it out in front of the apartment complex. I had reported hearing something being thrown off the roof or over from the bus station, sounded like broken glass, and made a 911 call. And later, like a few months later, the building maintenance guy said that he was up on the roof. When I reported the smell in the air and the problem with the air, they looked like at the floor and looked all weird. I've asked them to replace the door locks now to make sure the unit was secure for about 4 years since my wife died. My wife was only 31 at the time. We had 2 kids, my son and my stepson. And would take care of Zachary's, my son's little half-brother. But we went to the school. We were concerned about like potential child abuse. He made an allegation about the principal having a big dick, like sitting there with the big dick, and he said it was a figure of speech, like an expression. But I didn't want to put the guy, like if it was an expression, I didn't want to make problems where there might not be any. But my son said that he said they were carrying knives to school, other students. And now with everything happening, I'm worried, that there might be sex abuse there, kidnapping or child trafficking. When we went to the Tahiti village in Nevada, they were talking a bunch of weird, sounded like pedo stuff on the bus. We got on a train that got diverted to some place that it said it was Oceanside, and there was a bunch of people following us and talking some pretty creepy stuff, more pedo type stuff. My mother, I asked her for help to get a ticket someplace safe, and Instead, she's basically tried to frame us or paint me in a bad light. They're coaching my son. The grandmother works with the children's courts and DCSF, but they're trying to paint me as something I'm not, frame me. Got court tomorrow at Montebello Children's Court, 8 a.m. If anybody who knows me or anybody else wants to have a conversation or wants to help out, trying to help keep it safe for like other people as well. If there's problems with the school or police not taking reports or calls being blocked to 911 and things like that, or crowd stalking, like when you go places and people show up, that it's usually not that busy and they say a bunch of stuff to try to, like they've looked at your Google results. I've tried to go to like local police. I've been to the FBI. I had a lawyer just call, but didn't seem very open to listening to me. So hopefully she'll be helpful. But they're illegally detaining my son right now, in an undisclosed location with somebody who made false allegations against me, who may have been part of this since my son was born. So it'd be like 13, 14 years. Yeah, I found something that showed somebody had a hidden camera in my apartment that I rented when I first came to Hollywood right before my son was born. And they've been trying to frame me. And there might be like life insurance policies involved, there's Social Security disability fraud. But if somebody could look into it, I know we've been hacked, spoofed, I think that's the FBI. There's a kidnapping I tried to report. My name's Dana Lloyd and my son is Chevy Lloyd. Like a car, Chevy. If maybe on your lunch break or something, if you could report it, I think kidnapping and abduction is the FBI. Thank you.